Wanna learn about prepping, how to survive? Listen what I say, you might get out alive. Well, I'm here. Tell me what you need to know. Well, thanks for tuning in. You're watching the Poppa Prepper Show. Welcome to Poppa Preppers, y'all. Good Friday morning, y'all. Welcome back to Poppa Prepper. T here. Hope you guys have had a blessed week. I hope you've had a productive week. Weekends here means a couple more days to bust your rump at home and get stuff done. I know I said the same thing last week, but it's becoming pretty monotonous, right? It's that time of year. Wouldn't trade it for nothing. I love it. But anyway, guys, I wanted to talk to you guys for a few minutes. I didn't even know what I was going to do a video on today until Therapy Thursday last night. And I realized that a lot of people still have the wrong mindset. A lot of people still don't see their true self-worth. And I've covered this before. You know, being disabled or being handicapped, you know, you're still very valuable in the SHTF situation. Because, you know, in that type of situation, it's not all going to be about, you know, hold the fort, you know, just firing rounds at the enemy and, you know, being a superb marksman and, you know, stuff like that. There's a lot more that's going to have to be done. You know, there's going to have to be people that can cook, people that can clean, people that can care for children, people that can keep people sane, keep people calm, you know, repair clothing, make clothing. The spectrum is huge of the amount of skill that we're going to need in that type of situation. It's not all going to be about who can shoot a gun and who can't, or who can knock somebody out and who can't, who can throw fists and who can't. It's not going to be about that. That's going to be helpful, yes, but there's going to be a lot more behind the scenes kind of folks, if you will. You know, more than just running out and firing off a gun. Now, and I'm not, you know, making light of having that skill, because, you know, heaven knows we're going to need them skills too. You know, we are going to need the folks that can shoot guns and that are marksmen, and, you know, definitely. But your worth doesn't stop there. You know, even right down to the people of true, strong, high faith. You know, we're going to need you too. You know, even if you have, if you deem yourself as worthless, you have no kind of skill that you can think of, but you're an awesome prayer warrior, there's a place for you too. Good morning, Tank. Good to see you, buddy. But, you know, everybody's going to have their worth, and everybody's going to have their place. I hate that there's still people that feel that they don't. And I mean, I get it. You know, I'm kind of that person. I'm not really that person, but because of my size, I feel like I'm pretty limited. Like, okay, you know, if we're being like under fire and we have to retreat, something like that, I'm a sitting duck, y'all. I can't run. I mean, not very fast. There's nothing quite as comical as trying to see a 380-pound man run. Okay, it don't happen very quickly. It looks like somebody jogging and fast forward. But anyway, um, but if it comes down to that, I'm a sitting duck. But that's something I've come to deal with. Y'all get to safety. I'll hold it down as long as I can. That kind of thing. But there's so many jobs. Like I said, there's cooking, there's cleaning, and I don't mean to sound, like cavemanish, you stay home, you clean house, stuff like that. But I mean, seriously, it's going to be, stuff's going to have to be kept very clean, for infection purposes, disinfected and everything. We have to have cooks and people, if you can learn to clean the weapons, even if you can't fire them very well, if you can learn to, clean them and keep them loaded and locked and ready to go. So many things that are just as important as being able to fight. It's crazy to have a mindset of you're worthless because you're not. And I'm not saying that anybody last night said they were worthless, because that's not the case. But I noticed there were several people with the mindset that they can't fight. And okay, you might not be able to, go through like the complete shootout, say if it was a standoff for 2 or 3 days, okay, I get that. Not many people would be able to do that. But if you're good for a couple clips of being accurate, before, that's a lot. If you're using the devil gun and you're good for 30, 60, 90 rounds and you're accurate, hey, that's awesome. If you're using the 22 and you're good for 50, 60, 70 rounds, that's awesome. Even if you're just using like a little 9, and it's close range and you're very efficient, and that's awesome. You don't have to be able to just stand there and fight for hours. If you're proficient and you're accurate and you're deadly, that's just as important as anybody else. I don't want to seem like I'm rambling about this, because it's easy for me to do. Because y'all, I have been handicapped, mentally handicapped, disabled folks. They've been in my life for over half of my life. Okay? I've seen how amazing these people are. I've seen people who can't put a 30-piece jigsaw puzzle together, but can do some of the most phenomenal mathematical equations you've ever seen in your life, that I'm not ashamed to admit I can't do. I've seen some people that can't count to 20, but could paint or draw and make Picasso look like a kindergarten student. Okay? People with handicaps and disabilities, if given the chance, are amazing people. Not to mention, I've seen mentally handicapped folks with damn near superhuman strength. It is scary how strong these people can be, because they don't know limitations. They don't see themselves as limited. They don't see themselves as disabled. They don't know there's no boundaries for them, you know. Excuse me, guys. And these folks could easily, and that could make them even more helpful, more useful in a SHTF situation, because, you know, it's going to be every other day, like any other day for them. You know, they're just going to keep going like they normally would. You know, their whole life has been an SHTF situation, some of them, you know, and their worth is unmeasurable. It's just the way it is. If you've never worked with these kind of folks, you know, or just, you know, disabled folks in general, not necessarily mentally handicapped, just, you know, people that's, you know, lost their limbs, or, you know, something like that. If you take a couple months, if you got some spare time, volunteer. You know, volunteer at nursing homes, or this is nationwide. There's workshops, because a lot of these folks are disabled, but they're still able to earn a little bit of their own money. So there are workshops that these people go to every day, you know, and it's anything from labeling boxes for Walmart or big corporations like that to, there's a place in Seymour, the next town over from me, where they assemble like ironing boards. They put nuts and bolts together. You know, we go to the hardware and the nuts and bolts are already together in little baggies, like 5, 6 at a time. They do that, you know, and they get paid for it. You know, and that's a big deal to them. That should be a big deal to us. That not only they can do that, they're willing to do that. You know, everything has, I don't know what I want to say here. Every job needs somebody to do it, and they do it. You know, and it's these, like I said, the same people that can't count to 20, but can set and assemble ironing boards or art easels. You know, stuff like that. They do it every day. So, okay, I'm kind of getting off subject here because my heart is like this big for those people. Okay, that'll never change. I know these people inside and out. But when it comes down to SHTF, everybody is valuable. Everybody's got a place. Everybody can have a job. No one job is more important than the other. You know, it's like a trickle-down effect. Like, well, all I can do is haul buckets of water. Okay, but those buckets of water, that keeps us fed, that keeps us hydrated, that keeps us clean, that keeps our clothes washed, that keeps the animals fed or watered. That, you know, every little bitty job has a very big purpose, no matter what it is. You know, same way if, you know, whatever it is. You know, yeah, I can clean the guns. Well, that's good. That means, you know, our soldiers, our warriors can go out and fend off the enemy and not worry about, you know, jamming up, not worry about, you know, but not as worried about jamming up or any kind of misfire, stuff like that, because their weapons are good, clean, taken care of, ready to go. Everybody's important. There's no small job. Okay, guys? I guess that's kind of what I'm getting at. But we need to work on that mindset, y'all. Never doubt your value. Okay? And I know this is kind of what am I wanting to say here? I don't know, but God put us all here for a reason. Okay? I noticed some people get a little edgy that on my channel we talk about the importance of God and, you know, prepping your soul and your spirituality to get us through this. But That's a big factor, guys. Um, God, now don't get me wrong. You can't, like I've said before, you can't just sit and pray and do nothing and think God's going to bring you through this, because it clearly says in the Word, you got to help yourself. God will help you, but you got to help yourself as well. So you can't just do nothing. Don't prep. Don't stockpile food. Don't do this and don't do that, and just pray and go to church every Sunday and think God's going to bring you through it. It don't happen that way. I mean, it just don't. Our God is an awesome God. He's a loving God. He is a very forgiving God. He loves us. He will do everything he can for us. He loves every single smallest minute detail about our lives. He cares about it. But if you're just sitting on the sidelines and you're doing nothing to get ready for what's coming, you're doing nothing to protect your family, you're doing nothing to make sure that your family stays fed, and all you're doing is praying, it don't work that way. You got to help yourself first. You have to. I mean, it says it in the Bible. Look it up. I can't tell you exactly where. It's like I've said, I'm not that guy, but it's there. Look it up. But I'm gonna get off here for now. I got to get to work. Got to get ready to go fishing tonight. That's gonna be fun. Looking forward to it. Anyway, guys, know your worth. Okay? I don't care who you are. You have worth. There's things you can do. There's things you can't do. That's every one of us. Every one of us. Okay? Till tomorrow morning for Super Saving Saturday. I'll see you then. God bless y'all. Stay safe. I love each and every one of you guys. And seriously, learn your worth. You're worth it. Poppaprepper out.